We here keeping it a Buck50 episode 23. We here with, would you like to introduce yourself as?
Negus.
Negus?
Yep. Negus.
Negus. That sound like a king shit.
Yeah, you know it.
How you feeling today, bro?
Great, bro. Can't complain, man. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy, and yeah, I'm ready to get into it for sure.
That's what's up. Like the people probably know you, but I want to help the masses get to know you. So it's like you from Rochester and shit.
I'm from Long Island. I lived in North Carolina like 10 years, and I moved to Rochester when I was like 20. So been here like 10 years. So yeah, I like to rock though. You know, a lot of people, oh, I want to get out of Rochester, I want to move. But every city where somebody from, they say that. You know what I'm saying? So I like Rochester. Besides the violence and the cold weather, it's a pretty good place. I feel like it's a lot of opportunities. I feel like it's more opportunities than people actually know about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Rochester a cool place. But I'm definitely trying to branch out. I ain't trying to stay here too long. I definitely want to go back south though, for a little bit. But eventually come back here though, up north for sure.
That's dope. So saying that you went to school like in Long Island, or you went to school in North Carolina?
So I went to like elementary school in Long Island and like kindergarten, but I went to like middle school and high school in North Carolina, but I went to college up here though.
Word.
Yeah.
So you've been around the world a little bit.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Word.
So it's like, how many you got siblings and shit? How many siblings you got?
I don't got no siblings. Yeah, I'm an only child, so yeah, it was like, you know, like it was just different growing up, like, but it wasn't like I got everything I wanted because moms ain't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like I got away with everything because it's like you the only child. Like it wasn't super strict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but and you know, like growing up, I really didn't understand the power of sharing because I never had to share with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But once I got older, people telling me like, yo, you kind of grimy. Like you don't be sharing shit. Like you keep shit to yourself. Like. It's cause like I was the only child, I ain't never had to share shit. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand the power of sharing. So I bought you a book. It's called the Illustrated Handbook for Content Marketing. So this from me to you.
That's fire, bro.
Word.
I appreciate this.
Hell yeah.
That's dope, bro. Thank you.
For sure. Hell yeah.
So like you ain't had no cousins or nothing like growing up?
I had cousins. Hell yeah, fighting all the time. I just got off the phone with my cousin. Hell yeah. We rap. We make music together. So, and I got another cousin and stuff. Yeah, we all was growing up together and just like getting into shit. Hell yeah.
Like as a young kid, you like remember like your first dreams or like what you wanted to be and shit like in life?
Yeah, I wanted to be a firefighter at one time. Then like when I got like in like high school, I was like I want to be a financial advisor. But, like, I wasn't good at math, so I was like, that shit probably a dub. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I probably need to do something different. So when I got into college, I just started experimenting with stuff like liberal arts, criminal justice, and human services. So I got degrees in human services and criminal justice. But now I'm like, how I'm looking at it now is like, I'm a real tech person. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to go back to school for cybersecurity because, like, if you look at the employment rate for it, not that I need a job or like I want to go get a job, but like if I had to go get a job, that's the field I want to get into because they got a 0% unemployment rate. You never heard of no shit like that. 0%. Like these people need workers. Like by 2030, the field gonna grow like 40%. Like because it's people trying to hack people every day. Somebody trying to hack. Like if y'all had high tech, crazy, like this shit was doing 50,000 views a day, like and y'all was getting crazy bag, somebody be trying to hack y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Somebody in fucking Russia some damn where. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody always trying to hack. So, like, the more we get into technology, the more people is going to be trying to hack. So, the United States need people to defend that type of shit. So, if you in that type of lane, and it's like you don't need no degree for this shit. Like, you just need to take courses. Like, off the gate, you making $80,000. Like, off gate. And, like, when you get more into it, you making over 100 bands. Like.
Yeah, that's fire.
Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Word.
Like so, what age you feel like you like gave up on your firefighter dreams?
Shit, probably as soon as elementary school was out, and like I started like hanging around more people that weren't like on that type of like mindset. Like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that when I get older. Like, I start hanging around people that was like people from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So. They ain't talking about they want to be nothing. They just like, I'm just existing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just living my life. Like, I don't know what the hell I want to do. I don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about it. So, like, that's the type of path I had, like, started to go on. But in the back of my mind, I always knew I was smart. I seen dudes in the street, and I'm like, he's getting in trouble, and hold on, this supposed to be his man. He told on him. I don't want to follow that route. I don't want to follow him. He gonna tell on. He told on somebody. Like, I don't want to follow that route. Like, I seen people go to jail, and they don't get no letters. They don't get no love. Like, I'm like, this ain't some movie shit. This is real life. That shit play out in movies, but it's like real life. So I'm like, nah, like, this can't be the type of path like that I feel like I should follow. This may be some of the stuff that I'm into right now, but ultimately, I gotta do something that's gonna be like way ahead of the game. Like, I got to. Even if it's not me doing it, I gotta be linked and connected with somebody that's doing that type of shit. High level, you know what I mean? High level shit. Like,
Yeah, that's strength. I feel like most young men, because I even went through it. I don't even remember. Like, I feel like my dream was I wanted to, like, go to the NFL and shit. But once you get older and shit, and, like, you start hanging around people that don't have dreams, you really could get lost. And that's fire that you shook back early. Because it's like, I was out this bitch lost for years just in the shit. And it's like, the streets is full of people with no dreams. Like, you say you want to get $1 million, but what you really doing? Yeah. Feel me?
My man say he got a man who, like, he say he want to rap. He want to be a rapper. But every time you see him, he on the block. So you really want to rap or you want to be on the block? Which one? Like, you got people who say they want to do stuff, but they never doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Like, on my last episode, I was just talking about, like, rappers in studio time. And I feel like all rappers should really be putting 24 hours in, like, in the studio. If that's what you really want to do, because you got to really, like, go hard. You can't just, you got to give your 100% at whatever you want to do.
That's a
feel
fact.
me?
Hell yeah.
And you can't just half-ass some shit. Like you said, the nigga on the block, it's like, you probably could have been making a hit song, but you on the block.
Word.
You got to, like, control them thoughts.
Hell yeah.
So getting older and shit, like, so you brought Be Healthy to Rochester.
So it's really my man business. And I'm just like, you know, I'm like I was there since day one. He told me, like, yo, I got this idea. I want you to, like, come help me with it type shit. So I'm like the guy in the background. You know what I'm saying? He really the face. His name Hotep. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro right there. He really the face, and he really brung Be Healthy to Rochester and, like, really put it on the map. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, like, the guy that's, like, here to, like, help push the vision, you know, along the way. You know what I'm saying? So
not to cut you off, so you was there, like, when niggas was digging up the dirt, throwing the seed in the ground.
Day one.
So how does it feel to just, like, see all this beautiful artwork?
Sometimes you underestimate it because it's like you in it every day. You know what I'm saying? So you just, like, somebody looking on the outside in, they like, yo, this shit dope. Like, this the best thing ever. But sometimes that might not register to you because you doing it every day. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, I'm like, damn, yo, they got a podcast. Like, they got pictures on the wall. Like, they like, shit, we here every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's that type of feeling, but we still grateful and we still, you know, going hard at it every day. Like I said, like, I'm in there 12 hours a day, like, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna stop because, like, you know, I got charges on my record and stuff. It's like, I don't really see myself getting no job. So, like, this, it's either this or it's like,
you definitely just betting on yourself now.
Betting on yourself. That's the best thing to do. Like, people be investing and betting on all this other stuff. It's like, nah, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really, and I'm not saying I'm going to be with this forever. I'm definitely going to branch out, get my bag up and branch out and do the things that I want to do as well. But it's like, you know, you got to bet on yourself first, like, first and foremost. Because I started selling smoothies on Thurston. Shout out to It's All Love, Ran and them, Ran and Jazz. I started selling smoothies out their shop. And then my man said, yo, come with me, because he got a bigger bag, he got a bigger vision. So I'm like, why not? You know what I'm saying? So I linked up with bro. But even before that, Brody was selling fruit out the trunk, like, everywhere in Rochester, standing on the corner selling fruit, like, been doing this type thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when two people come together and they create that like mind, it's like, you know, it just get power. So now we got 3 locations. We started with one in 2018, right on Genesee Street, Genesee and Columbia, 442 Genesee Street. Then we branched out, got the location on Dewey, 1508 Dewey Avenue, right by, like, Dewey and Ridgeway, across the street from the Jamaican restaurant. Now we got one downtown, and that one is, like, it's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's up. So it's like we looking at the 4th one, probably like RIT, maybe like something like where, you know, people not going to expect it at. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually we're going to branch down south to, like, Charlotte, because his brother stay in Charlotte. So we're going to branch out to those different places. Like, down south, because that's a lot of everywhere need to be healthy, but the South is like, their diet and their rate of disease is like skyrocketed because of the type of culture and the food and the cuisine that they eat. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope.
yeah.
Where did you get your work ethic from, bro? You seem like you got like a passionate work ethic.
Yeah, really, man, just being raised up by like people like my aunts and uncles. Like, it's crazy. I was talking to this about my cousin the other day. I was like, young people now, they don't want to work. Like, they rather like take or like scam. You know what I'm saying? My generation, like, we ain't do that. Like, we had to work for, even if it was like bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? You still had to physically do something that took time to get what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like everything now is just like fast paced type shit. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, everybody in my family, like my aunts and uncles, like they worked like blue collar type, like worked for 30 years, like got up every day, grinded, like whatever. Even if it was like real estate, like whatever, like people in my family always like grinded hard and worked. So like that's where I get it from. Like seeing people in my family, especially my uncles, like they got to the bag ever since I known them. Like, so that shit was just like, so some shit really do be genetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you yell all the time and you angry and you frustrated and this and that, you could pass that shit down to your kids. It's called epigenetics. Like, this ain't like no pseudo stuff. Like, this is an actual scientific fact. The things you think about and the type of stuff you be engaged into, you can pass that shit down to your kids and it'll be in their cells. So, like, we really got to be intentional and really got to think about the type of shit that we thinking about and the type of shit that we're engaged in, because it's like, it's about the future generation. You know what I'm saying? So if we not, operating on a level of productivity, then that shit could be detrimental to our seeds for generations to come. You know what I'm saying? You ever see whole generations of family, you like, damn, all of them could sing. All of them do this. All of them do that. That shit in their genetics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't some of them ain't even got trained. They ain't even got trained to sing. He been singing since he was 6, 7 years old in the choir. You like, damn, how everybody in the family, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's genetics, bro. It really is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's just, that's just in my genes, like, to work hard,
So do you feel like the bullshit food fucking with motherfuckers? Right now I'm drinking some Burger King shit, so it's like the food, like, how does bad food really play a part of motherfuckers' mental?
So, like, 90% of serotonin is produced in your gut. Serotonin is the happy chemical. So that basically is like the mood, you know what I'm saying? So if you eating processed food and heavy, processed meats and eggs and cheeses and a lot of animal products, you got to understand those animals went through trauma before they died. They got slaughtered, they got beaten. Some even got the skin ripped out of them while they was alive. You know what I'm saying? They went through real traumatic shit. That's why, like, back in the day, like, if you go on YouTube, you could see, like, factory farms, like animals getting slaughtered and all that shit. You can't see that shit no more because that shit illegal, because it's so horrific. The people that's doing that shit to animals, you wouldn't believe the high suicide rates that they got. Like, you got to do that shit to an animal every day. I seen it one, they took the skin off a chicken, bro, while it's still alive. Do you know what that does to somebody's psychology? Like, you might fuck around and kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you eating that type of animal that went through that, how you think you gonna, react? If dudes on the block right now was eating a plant-based diet, fruits, vegetables, water, limes, lemons, oranges, do you think the rate of violence would be where it's at? No. I'm not saying that food is playing the only part, because it's like, it's different factors. You got food, you got music, you got environment, you got culture, you know what I'm saying? But the food definitely is playing a part in the violence, the city school district, in everything that's negative that's going on in our community. Food is being played a big part in that shit. That's why the government allows Arabs and Chinese people and all these other people to come in our community and poison our community with bad food, because they know, like, yo, if these people keep eating this shit, they'll never rise. Like, it's damn near impossible. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep them hooked on this shit. Corner store, bodega food, hot chicken, wings, all this shit. We got to keep them hooked on that so that they'll never, accomplish. And I'm not saying that it's a guaranteed factor, because you got people like Tupac. This nigga ate hot wings every day. He said he was on a hot wing diet. Look at what he accomplished. So I'm not saying it's not, possible, but I'm just saying for the majority of us, if we really going to change our life, we got to change our diet because that shit, our diet is going to change our mind. It's going to give us more high frequency thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Even the marijuana, like even the bud, like we got to get back to where we smoking the natural bud because like a lot of the weed that like we be smoking and shit, it be like weird shit with it. You ever heard somebody say, oh, I can't eat unless I smoke? Bro, I ain't hear that shit 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell was different then than different now? It's supposed to be the same weed, but why I can't eat now unless I smoke? Why I'm getting angry if I ain't had a blunt all day? You know what I'm saying? We got to understand it's something. They're doing something to these chemicals and shit.
Yeah,
that's
it's chemical.
Really,
I feel like the government, once they got their hands on the weed, it was like,
bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Everything they touch, you know what I'm saying, be bullshit. So.
Like, how would you go about starting off fasting? Like, say you eat a lot of bullshit, like, and I wanted to wake up, like, after this moment, like, how could I start about going on some healthy shit?
You should go to the grocery store. Go to the local grocery store and just pick up stuff, right? Pineapples, avocados, oranges, pears, blueberries, you know what I'm saying? And just eat that. Make that 80% of your diet. I'm not really, this is just me personally, I'm not with like cult thinking. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to be a vegan. On plant-based is the only way. You better do this. I'm not with that. What I'm with is being more realistic. People don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So before I tell somebody, yo, jump into veganism. Yo, just stop eating meat. I tell people, yo, drink more water. You know what I'm saying? We don't even drink enough water. You know what I'm saying? Start off small. Yo, drink more water. Yo, instead of waking up and checking your phone, wake up, stretch, meditate, and then eat a bowl of berries. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do little stuff every day, little stuff day by day, so that when, you know, instead of, because sometimes when we think hard about stuff and think long and big about stuff, we don't do it because we like, man, that shit take too much time. So, for example, like, I deal with cryptocurrency. So, like, I tell everybody invest in cryptocurrency. But people think their mindset is like, damn, I got to have a lot of money. I'm like, nah, just do $10 a day. If you did $10 a day in Polygon when the pandemic hit, if you did $10 a day in Polygon, right now, you'll have over 100,000 bands. Just with $10 a day. You know what I'm saying? But if you thinking like, damn, I got to have $5,000, then I got to move it around, then I got to have a bag, I got to take out a loan, you ain't going to never accomplish it because you thinking too big about it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start thinking smaller as a community because we're so behind, we can't really afford to think so big because when we think big, we don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to think smaller, like little increments. You got a little nephew, he don't know about health. Yo, bro, let me introduce you to a pineapple. I met somebody, he never ate a blueberry, like never in his whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, our community hasn't been introduced to this stuff because it's not in our community. Like, where would he eat a blueberry at? This nigga ain't left the block. Where would he go see a blueberry at? You know what I'm saying? We looking at it like, bro, that shit in the grocery store all the time. But he in the streets. He ain't going to no grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you got to be cognizant of that type of thing too. Like, but it's just about starting off small. Like, that's the main thing, starting off small. Just start off and, you know, I tell people to like fast, like do a 3-day fast, you know what I'm saying? Just all liquids. That's when you get a little more advanced, you know what I'm saying? But just start off with the fresh fruit. Then when you get advanced, do a 3-day fast every month because what that's going to do is it's going to reverse your aging. So the problem in our community is we're aging too fast, you know what I'm saying? Black don't crack and all of that. Sometimes that shit don't be true. A lot of times that shit don't be true, you know what I'm saying? We be aging quick as hell. So the way to reverse aging is by doing a 3-day fast every month. Straight liquids. Coconut water, spring water, tea with manuka honey, and smoothies and juices. Just do that for 3 days straight. It's going to start to reverse the aging process on your cells. You're going to start to look younger by the next year. That's a fact.
That's fire, bro. Like, you got a lot of information with you, bro. You snapping.
Yeah. Word, I try, man. I try.
That's dope, though. How that shit feel, though, like, just giving out this type of information, like, this
I love
shit
it, man.
essential,
like,
bro.
You know, it's like, it's so, you know, it's so important for our community to know, like, what it's really hitting for because it's like, it's getting darker and darker every day. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic was just the beginning. That was just their test, you know what I'm saying? To see if like niggas really gonna react, how they gonna rebel, like what they gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people did the same shit. Like, wasted their money, you know what I'm saying? Blew their money, like wasted their time, you know what I'm saying, during the pandemic. So a lot of niggas is gonna get left, you know what I'm saying? So like the more like you really understand that, you kind of look at certain things that people will look at and deem evil or bad, and you kind of understand like not justifying it or saying like it's okay, but you could kind of see like I kind of see why this person is doing that. So, for example, Bill Gates, right? Everybody be like, yo, Bill Gates, he on some bullshit. He's evil. You know what I'm saying? He be fucked up. My thinking is like, yeah, he fucked up. Fuck Bill Gates. But at the same time, you do have a lot of people on the planet who are wasting mad time, and they're just sucking up resources. They're sucking up water. They're sucking up oxygen. They're wasting fucking food every day. Like, how can we advance as a culture if out of 100 of us, 90% of us is wasting the resources? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Like, no, some of y'all gotta go. Like, it sound fucked up, but like, in order for our race to survive, some niggas gotta go, because what's being raised in our community is nigga babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sound fucked up, and people is gonna be like, yo, that's fucked up. Like, but I don't care. Like, I keep it real. Like, we gotta start producing a stronger lineage of children. You know what I'm saying? Because like the type of children that we're producing now is like, it's backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they let their kids get all like McDonald's quick. Like, they hook pizza rolls.
and it ain't even their fault to a certain extent, because it's marketing. These fucking companies is marketing geniuses. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you go in the grocery store, they got it lined up to where it's certain colors and red and yellow that make your, you know, your mind attract to those certain colors. So it's definitely a war, but we gotta know the war, and we gotta be interested in the war. We gotta know, like, our biggest downfall is we don't read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
people
our
don't
biggest
read at
downfall.
all.
And I ain't even talking about a book. I'm just talking about reading, period. Like, if you go to the grocery store and you picking up something, the number one thing you should do is read what's in it. We don't even do that. Like, and then we wonder why we got cancer, heart disease, diabetes. Yo, when I pick this up, it says coconut water. That's it. It could be, you know, a brand of coconut water. It could say coconut water, sulfites, xanthan gum. It could say a whole bunch of bullshit. But if I'm not reading that, then I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll be drinking coconut water not knowing it got all these gut stabilizers in it, and I'm thinking I'm doing something great, and then 10 years, 20 years down the line, now I got gut issues, and I can't digest my food, and I'm like, damn, I thought I was doing something healthy the whole time. Nah, you thought you was, but you wasn't reading. So, you know, that's the main thing. Like, our community got to read more. Like, in order to advance too, we got to read. We got to learn what we putting in our body, and we got to care about what we putting in our body. Like, some of us know like what we putting in our body, but we really got to understand and care, because there's a difference between knowing and understanding. You can know something, but when you know something, you just know it. But when you understand it, that means that you're making a change on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fully getting into your subconscious mind, and now you have an understanding of it. You know what I mean? Word.
You ever thought about like giving out like food lists?
Yeah, hell yeah. I do that a lot of times on Facebook. I tell people like what to eat, what not to eat, but more so what to eat. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I give people websites. I give people recipes all the time. Like, I go live, I cook stuff, you know what I'm saying? I show people like what I'm cooking and all of that, like, because the people got to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people got to know. And like, the more I get into health, the more I know. So some information that I had 3-4 years ago, it might not be accurate because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm man enough to say like, yo, that shit I said, that was food, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know back then. Like, now I know. Now I know that a diet that's 80% fruit, you ain't gonna get sick. I didn't know that 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But now I know that human beings are meant to eat fruit. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one diet. Like, and I ain't even like on no religious shit, but like even in the Bible, like it say that shit. Like Genesis 1:27, like I gave you fruit with each bearing seed for you to eat for food. Like, and then once you see the people in the Bible who start eating meat and, you know, had wars and all that, you could see their lifespan start getting decreasing and stuff. They wasn't living 800 years no more, 600 years no more, 500 years no more. Nah, they should start decreasing once they start eating meat. So it's like, you know, fruit is the best food for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we fruit-based, we frugivores, we fruit-based people. That's why you could just go to something on a tree and you could just grab it. You know what I'm saying? And eat it. Peel it and eat it. It's like, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to sit there, cut it up 1,000 times. You don't got to cook it a certain way. You don't got to let the blood run out. You got to do all that shit. That mean it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't natural. You got to do too much to it for you to consume it. Like, fruit is the best shit. You could literally pick a blueberry off the tree and eat it, and nothing's going to happen to you, but you're going to get nutrients. You know what I'm saying? That's what mostly all fruit. Like, that's how you know it's right for us. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yo, is it true, like, eating after, like, 5 or 6 o'clock is bad for the body?
Nah, I think that, I think you should eat with the sun, though. So, like, that I wouldn't say, I try to stay away from, like, what's bad, because, like, I just try to stay away from, like, what's good, because it just encourage people more on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you say stuff bad, the person automatically thinks, damn, that's bad too? Damn, I was trying. Oh, what else is bad? Oh, yeah, eating before 7 o'clock in the morning, that's bad too. Damn, I just ate a freaking kiwi. You know what I'm saying? They start thinking, people always, like, when it's like negative or bad, they always want to think the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? So I say that the best way to eat, though, is eating with the sun. You know what I'm saying? So from 12 to like 6, you know what I'm saying? That's the optimal, ideal time to eat. And you want to eat like 3 hours before you lay down, as far as like your meal, so that your meal got like time to digest and stuff like that. So that's what I definitely would say. And I would say do more, like, eat more fruit and drink more liquids than you actually eat, like, meals. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is we eat more meals than we actually drink water or eat fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's like backwards type shit. You know what I mean? We'll eat more breakfast and lunch and dinner more than we drink water or eat fruit. You know what I mean?
For sure, I've been doing that my whole life.
Right. Right, you know what I mean? But it got to be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, definitely got to be the opposite. And I'm learning too. I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got cheat days and all of that. Like, but at the same time, like, I know the information, so I try my best to live it, and I try my best to, like, tell people about it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, explain, like, cheat days. Like, because you hear it in the gym and food and shit. Like, like, what's the real definition of, like, a cheat day?
Probably like some soy, some tofu, some processed vegan, you know what I'm saying? Something that ain't really, like, in accordance with nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, maybe like some fake meat, you know what I'm saying? Like little veggie burgers, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, that's like a cheat day for me, you know what I'm saying? So but I try to keep it like more raw. Like on the raw side, a lot of salads, a lot of smoothies, and, you know, a lot of juices. I be trying to keep my day like that. But yeah, hell yeah. And, you know, really, like, less cooked food, you know what I'm saying? Like, because raw, some, not all, but some raw foods have more nutrients when they're raw than when they're cooked. But some foods, when you cook them, certain nutrients come out more than in their raw state. So, like, when you cook tomatoes and broccoli and certain stuff, you're actually getting more vitamins and minerals than if you ate it in its raw state. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just got to know which ones to cook and which ones to eat raw. You know what I mean? And which ones to pair, too, because it's the laws of food combining. You don't want to mix acidic stuff with non-acidic stuff and, you know, spicy stuff with sour stuff. Like, you got to know, like, what you eat mixing together. The problem with our diet is we mixing everything together. Perfect example, pizza. You got bread, which is yeast. You got cheese, which is milk. You got pepperoni, which is meat. And you got dairy. You got wheat, which is a grain. And you got meat. And you got starches, you know, with the vegetables and all that, all mixed on one plate. That shit don't go together. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at, you know, our community and, like, when people getting older and they sick and, you know, they 90 years old and they on a wheelchair and all of that, you got to look and say, damn, it had to be the food. It had to be the food combining, like the soul food plate. You got the cornbread, you got the yams, you got the mac and cheese, you got the turkey necks. Bro, you better off just eating the turkey neck by itself. It'll digest way better. Like, but when you mixing all that shit together, it's like, that shit like Play-Doh in your damn cells. You know what I'm saying? You just mixing a whole bunch of, and who taught us that? That wasn't some shit we had in Africa. That wasn't some shit indigenous cultures had here in America. Who taught us that? Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. Eat the cornbread. Eat the soul food. They don't care. They mixing all the shit together in their culture. They don't got no cultural laws. You know what I'm saying? They doing whatever tastes good. So we done adopted that culture. Now we doing whatever tastes good. We doing whatever feel good. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get out of that shit.
Yeah, because no funny, not to cut you off.
Nah.
Shit that tastes good, not good for you. And the shit that tastes bad is really the good shit. Yeah. And it's like motherfuckers going till it tastes good. Just even like with feel good, not good for you. Like sitting down cooler, you good. Right. But working out and all that shit hurt. And it's like,
hell yeah.
That's life.
It's
that
shit that's life.
Crazy.
Hell yeah. It's crazy. Hell yeah. It's fucked up.
Just so like, so on the days that I start off, I go get me a fire shot, ginger tea.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yep.
Smoking my blunt then.
I
go get some oxtails, rice, macaroni. So what I did in the morning was really basically nothing, or it still like helped out a little bit.
It's still good, man. It's still don't try not to beat yourself up about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You still did a good thing, and like, you know, sometimes it's about the law of intention. You know what I'm saying? Like the more we
I never heard that, bro.
Yeah. So
that's fire.
Yeah, so
law of intention.
The law of intention. So it's like, you know, we gotta have a good intent behind what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be doing shit like, so like say you on the way to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? Getting your fire shot, getting your water, getting your ginger tea, all of that. Just keep that thought in your mind. Damn, that's good for me. Talk to the water. Talk to the ginger. Yo, I need you to help clean my cells right now. Yo, I need you to help detox my body. I need you to help restore the microbes in my gut. Like, this is what our ancestors really did. You know what I'm saying? It sound crazy. It sound cuckoo. Like, talk to your food, bro. Yes, your food is alive. That shit is listening. You're not alive in like the sense of like how we're alive, but your food is on a vibrational frequency and it's responding to what you're saying. You know you could talk to a plant, and you done heard of that shit before. When you talk to a plant, it help it grow. Come on, baby. Come on, grow. But if you play classical music and shit and make the plant grow. Now if you playing rap music and fuck a nigga, if I kill a nigga right now, bro, that plant ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? That plant gonna fucking die. It don't matter if you watering it. It don't matter if you getting sunlight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a child. If you talk shit to a child, the child gonna think, damn, I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you instill good stuff in it, the child gonna be like, yo, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit with our food. Like, we gotta talk to our food, and we gotta think about our food when we consuming it in order for it to really, you know, communicate with ourselves. They did a study to where it's like people who got diabetes, when they eat and they watch TV, their diabetes get worse because your mind isn't concentrating on the food. So when you're eating the food and you sitting there watching Love and Hip Hop and shit, you ain't even digesting all the food. You're not even getting all the vitamins and minerals, you know what I'm saying, from the food. So it's spiking their blood sugar, it's spiking their blood pressure, like, because the food is not communicating with their cells properly how it need to be, because the person's mind is focused on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So
what age, bro, that you started like eating healthy and shit? Like, what age you got on this type of time, man?
Like in my neighborhood, like down in North Carolina, like they all Muslim. So like I stopped eating pork. You know what I'm saying? At like 16. So like I joined. It's called the 5 Percenters. So like, you know, it's like it's a branch of Islam. So yeah, so I started with them and stopped, you know, eating pork and stuff. But then I really stopped eating a lot of like the meats and stuff around like 2021. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing the joint like a couple years. So yeah, so hell yeah. So I'm just trying to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to live a long ass time, like, and really like, you know, make the best of my life and really like change the shit that we got going on, like as far as for me and, you know, my family. Because it's like I could help change people and, you know, change the community and stuff like that, but like they gotta want to do that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know what I'm saying? So people gotta really like want to have that desire for themselves, but like it's just about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about you looking in the mirror, and saying like, yo, I want to change. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a small change, it don't matter. Like, even if it's a small ass change, even if it's something simple like getting up and stretching. Yo, I stretched 5 minutes today. I ain't do that yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Damn, okay, the next day I stretched for 10 minutes. Damn, I did it better. You know what I'm saying? I stretched 5 days for 5 minutes before. The day before, I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about making those small steps, because I didn't jump off the porch and just start this whole shit, everything, now I'm good, and you know what I'm saying? It didn't go like that for me, like, and it's still not like that for me. I still go out, I still turn up, I still drink, I still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still like, I'm the same person I was 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I just got more knowledge, and I just do little steps, little by little by little by little, you know what I'm saying?
Now you just on the path to becoming a superhuman, feel me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, yeah, man, it's just about small steps, man. Everybody just gotta do small steps. Hell yeah.
Cause like nobody like really break it down. Like how you breaking it down,
Yeah.
you really like making this shit like sound doable. Feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No funny shit.
Yeah.
So like, do you have any advice about financial advisory?
Yeah. So, the age that we're moving towards is a digital age. You know what I'm saying? And if our people not on this, we going to get left behind. So, like, when we was in slavery, for the people that was in slavery, because that's a whole nother topic, it wasn't even like how we think it is, like me, you, and him, and all of our ancestors was in slavery. That is not how that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? That's like some school textbook. That's what they want us to believe type shit. A lot of us was already free, and we was kicking Europeans' ass all over the country. But when you go to school, they got a picture of Henry Hankenheimer, some damn body who sailed the 7 seas, and they got him in the textbook looking like this. And the whole time, if you really look up the history, he was getting his ass kicked the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But they got to make it look like, yo, we was on top of y'all the whole time. Like, y'all ain't never do shit. Like, y'all was always slaves. Y'all was always working for us. Like, of course they going to make it look like that. Why the hell would they make it look any other way? So, yeah, people want to be mad at the school system and, oh, why they still got it named after a slave master? Why wouldn't they? Why is Rochester named after Nathaniel Rochester? Nathaniel Rochester was one of the most brutal slave masters in the history of the United States. Why is it still named that? Why you think? You think anybody, any of these politicians, anybody really like put any legislation towards like, yo, change the name of this shit? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Because like, United States celebrate murderers. They celebrate pedophiles. I was just telling my man, I was just telling my homegirl, she was like, yo, I want to go to Walt Disney. I had to stop my child from watching Disney Plus, though, because they be showing all type of shit up there. I'm like, Walt Disney was a pedophile. The real Walt Disney, the man, Walt Disney, loved little children. Why you think he made the damn place where a bunch of children could go? You know how many Disney workers get charged with sex trafficking every year? This shit swept under the rug. Like, you know what I'm saying? Children go missing in fucking Disneyland. You take your eye off your child one moment, fucking little Mickey Mouse, hey, come in the back. It go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this real shit. Like, this shit going on all across the United States. Like, but like, to segue, my bad, I got off on a little tangent.
No, you was snapping because I didn't even know that
Yeah.
the person who Rochester name
Nathaniel
after,
Rochester.
I ain't know that.
Slave master.
And all this shit really be like names and brands though when they break it down. You'll just look at the name, but that's somebody last name who put in a lot of work for this shit. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's
a lot of bad work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bad work. So we be repping Rochester, putting the shit on our arm and shit, putting the flower on our arm. Slavery, bro. You're a slave. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know, so we not looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? But with the financial literacy, man, it's like when we got out of slavery, when some of us got out of slavery, all we knew was work. You know what I'm saying? So all we knew was like physical work, like manual labor type shit. So what happened is the white people, they came in and they brought machines. So they introduced the cotton gin and all these different machines. So now it's like, yo, it's easy. Like, we don't need to enslave them no more because we got machines. So guess what? Now, black people at this time, like the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, we like, damn, we need a job because we know how to make money. We know how to work, not make money, but we know how to work. But these people got machines and shit, and they doing the work faster, and they making more money. Damn, we got to go work for them. Damn, all right. Now, a couple years past later, then you got the Industrial Revolution, where the machines is going 10 times harder on everything, producing all type of plants, and you know what I'm saying? Damn, all right, we still got to work for them. All right, you know what I'm saying? This how we got to get money. We still got to work for them because we don't know a shit about machines. And everything we do know about machines, we can't get no credit because it's like second-class citizens. So we could say like, yo, I created the refrigerator. Can't get no damn credit. I'm going to get credit 100 years later. You know what I'm saying? I can't get it now, though, because I don't got no damn rights. You know what I'm saying? So we got to sell them all the damn rights. A couple years later down the line, Great Depression happened. You know what I'm saying? People jumping out the window, all type of shit. Like Franklin, I think his name was Franklin D. Roosevelt. I think he was the president at that time. He comes in, saves the economy, right? Saves the economy from the Great Depression and, with the gold and all of that. So that's a whole nother era that we missed out because we ain't own stocks and all of that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? That was 100 years ago. Couple years later, President Nixon takes the gold off the gold standard and he gives us, I don't got nothing on me, but he gives us our almighty friend, the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a debt note. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, that's an IOU. That don't really mean shit. You know what I'm saying? So now we approaching that next quarter of money, paper. We got to give up the gold because it's illegal to own gold at this point. So we got to trade it in for pieces of paper, which ain't really shit. And President Nixon sold a lot of, property and land to different countries like China. This ain't no new shit where Biden and them selling shit to China. President Nixon and all them niggas been doing that shit, selling shit to China. Why the fuck you think China set up 2 police stations in New York fucking city? China, this a whole nother country. Like, how is that even legal? How is that shit going on? How don't we know that China, a whole nother country, set up 2 police stations in our state? And we asked them why. President Biden, like, why y'all do that? Oh, because we want to keep track of Chinese citizens. Dude, that don't even sound like a good answer. Like, what do that got to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that happened with that, tracking the citizens. Then you see the spy balloons and all this crazy shit. But like, they been selling shit. You know what I'm saying? United States been selling shit. Then you got, fast forward a couple years later to the 2000s. Now we in the technological era. You know what I'm saying? So now, to the early 2000s, this when computers and videos and DVDs and all of this shit come up. We making money from it, but we not the producers of it. We don't know how to make a CD. We know how to burn some music and put it on a CD, but we don't know how to make a physical CD. You know what I'm saying? So the people that's making money is the people that are making the physical CDs. The people that are making money are the people that are making the physical computers. All we know how to do is get on the goddamn computer. We don't know how to make the goddamn computer. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. So we brought out white people was using credit cards when them shits came out. Niggas just started using credit cards 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So we behind on that ball again. You know what I'm saying? Everything we behind. So now what I'm telling people is like, we got to get on cryptocurrency because like if you look at the cryptocurrency market, most of the coins and most of the apps, these people are white people. You know what I'm saying? That's developing all of these cryptocurrency, apps and stuff. The problem is, here's why they did the study and said that black wealth will be zero by 2040. It'll be $0. Here's why, because it's like we're so behind from other shit that this shit right here, cryptocurrency, we're like super behind. Black people, the black people that are into cryptocurrency, the only thing a lot of us know how to do is search for a coin and buy the coin. That's it. It's so much deeper than that. Like, that's just the beginning. Like, that ain't even like, and a lot of us don't even know how to do that. 85% of us is like, looking at this shit like now, like, a coin, what the fuck are you talking about? I was talking to this real popular chick in Rochester, like, just like conversating with her. I'm like, yo, you ever heard of Bitcoin? She like, nah, what's that? This is one of the most popular people in Rochester. Like, your circle is supposed to be telling you about this. Like, you never even heard of it? I can understand if you never put no money in it or something, but you never even heard of it. Like, this is how far behind we are. You know what I'm saying? In this new digital era. Bruh, it's people online racing horses, like digitally. And they're making, this dude named Steph Curry, that's his username. Steph Curry, he made 5 bands racing the digital horse. Like, we never even heard of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying, what I'm just, summing up is, we're so behind in this new digital market that when we get reparations, you see them, they trying to give reparations in California and all this shit. When we get that money, it ain't even going to be worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the new digital era is going to sweep all of this shit away. If we pay attention to what's going on in other countries right now, Japan, China, United Kingdom, they're all launching CBDCs. A CBDC is a central bank digital currency. And a digital currency is different from a cryptocurrency. A cryptocurrency is created by people like me and you to where The people like me and you have power over the cryptocurrency. The digital currency is what the government creates. You know what I'm saying? And if we let a digital currency come, the head of the, not the head of, but a worker at the Federal Reserve said it does not make sense for the United States to create a digital currency. This is somebody who works for the federal government. If you take out your $5 bill right now, if y'all got a $5 bill right now, anybody looking, if you take out your $5 bill and you look at the signature on it, the lady's name on the signature, her name is Rosie Rios. Her name is on our money. But guess what? She stopped working for the government and she started working for a cryptocurrency called XRP. Then you got people online saying, crypto isn't the future. Crypto doesn't matter. Crypto is a scam. How is a scam if the lady who worked for the federal government, whose name is on our money, doesn't work for the government anymore and started working for digital currency, a digital currency company? We don't even know that this really is the future. Like, cryptocurrency really is the future of payments, right? And what's going to happen is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with 19 Keys.
Yeah, I'll be watching it.
Yeah.
I don't watch him, I follow him on Instagram.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I like his messages.
So what's going to happen is corporations, I'm not saying 19 Keys because 19 Keys is with AI and crypto. He fuck with that. But I'm just saying, like, people that's like super woke, the government is going to pay those people to tell people like me, you, and him, yo, don't invest in crypto. Don't do artificial intelligence. It's the mark of the beast. They're going to control you with that. They're going to tell you that, and they're going to be making money from it, and they're going to sell you out. It's the same shit that happened in slavery with the Moors and the people in Europe. Yo, we got these niggas over here. They strong. We going to sell them to y'all. Y'all just going to give us the money, and we ain't going to talk about it. It's going to be the same exact shit in this digital era. So we want to stay away from that talk. But we got to understand that there's always slaves and there's always free people in every class of what's going on. You got niggas who didn't take the vaccine, and you got niggas who took the vaccine, right? So you got slaves and you got free people. It's the same shit in slavery. You got niggas who wanted to run away and say, yo, fuck that, I'm going to Underground Railroad, I'm with Harriet Tubman. And you got niggas who told Harriet Tubman, I'm good, I like eating here. Are you crazy? I'll never leave. It's the same shit.
I ain't get vaccinated either.
Yeah, we ain't with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. Like, but you got to pick what side you going to be on. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, to boil it down with the cryptocurrency, you're going to have people like me who are into decentralized finance and basically who are into crypto from a non-governmental standpoint and making money without, you know, banks and without the hands of the government. And you'll have people that will be okay with the central bank digital currency and will say, okay, we'll accept the digital currency that the bank is, that the government is giving. And, but in order to accept this digital currency, you also got to accept universal basic income. What is universal basic income? Universal basic income is basically saying, like, and they just passed it in Rochester a couple days ago. We don't even know about it, right? Because they're keeping the shit on the low. Universal basic income is, yo, you don't got no job. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got shit. It's fucked up out here. Robots done took the jobs like the movie said they would. You need a job? Yeah, I need a job. I don't got no job for you. But I got universal basic income. Oh, what's that? You just signed on the dotted line right here. You'll receive $1,000 every month. Word? Yeah, for the rest of your life. Oh, shit, for real? Hell yeah, sign me up. All right, bet. One thing though. You got to put this microchip in your hand, though. Right quick. Just right quick. It's going to be a really, really small process. Take 5 seconds. You okay with that? It's another way I could do it to get the money. Artificial intelligence took over. It's the year 2030, 2035. Robots everywhere. You know, it's not a lot of food out here. You know, you got to sign up for government programs because we poison all the food, we poison all the water and stuff. This is the only thing that you can accept. You got to accept the mark in your hand. Is that okay? You can accept the $1,000 every month? Damn, I don't really got no other option. You said it's gonna be quick, right? Yeah, it's gonna be quick. All right, come on.
So basically what I'm getting at is, like, Motherfuckers gotta buy land.
Motherfuckers got to do everything.
Niggas
Motherfuckers got to buy land. Niggas got to buy water. Niggas got to buy fucking freezers and store canned food. Not in freezers, but niggas got to buy freezers and store frozen fruit. Niggas got to buy start buying canned food. You got to start buying life straws. When that shit happened in Rochester and all the water was contaminated like 2-3 months ago, I was drinking the water, bro, with a life straw. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't drinking
What's
that
a
shit.
life straw,
A life straw is a straw that filters out all the contaminants in the water. So you could put this shit, I don't give a fuck if you putting this shit in a dirty ass puddle in Africa some goddamn where. If you put the life straw on that water, when you drink that shit, it's some technology that when the water comes through, it's killing all of the bad microbes in it. You know what I'm saying?
Where you get them shits
You
from?
get that shit right on Amazon. I got 4 of them shits for $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this is what it's gonna come down to, bro. Like, this is really what it's gonna come down to. Me and my homegirl was talking about like, yo, like, I don't even be in the shower like that no more. And I don't know dirty shit, but I'm just saying, like, I don't be in the shower for minutes and minutes and, you know what I'm saying, standing in there mad long, because it's like, once you really, like, look at certain shit on YouTube, I was looking at this shit on YouTube, like, with this lady in India. These people got to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and listen to a fucking bell. Ding, ding. They got to run a mile to go get water. If they don't get no water, and it's like a little-ass bucket, bro, like this much water worth, they got to use that shit for the whole week. If they miss that ding, you ain't getting no fucking water for that week. You may have to go kill somebody for some water. You know what I'm saying? So it just put your... Now, that's just me seeing that on YouTube. Imagine if I really went to the country and seen that shit. That's going to really transform your mind to like, yo, we really waste mad fucking water here. We don't know. A black woman named Paula McCarthy has the largest water facility in upstate New York. A black woman. Her name Paula McCarthy. You can look up the interview on Earn Your Leisure. They interviewed her. She said that she bought the water plant from these people. She paid them the money. They took 2 years to hand over the documents to her. We don't even know that it's racism in the fucking water industry. Like, in the water industry, bro, like, this is fucking water. Like, this shit nature. You know what I'm saying? It's racism in this industry. Like, it's, you know, it's so ingrained to where it's like Elon Musk got on Twitter and said, yo, the laws against rockets are discriminatory against me. We not even thinking that high. Like, yo, it's laws against rockets in airspace that's discriminating. We just know, like, yo, we get discriminated at the bank. We might get discriminated in food. Nigga, we getting discriminated in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, this how deep this shit is in our society. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that we got to do is we just got to keep preparing. You know what I'm saying? So this your man right here. Yo, bruh. Let's just start $10 a week. You know what I'm saying? $10, $20 a week, bro. Just storing some shit. And I'm just, you know, saying this on camera, you know, not to like have y'all really do this here, but I'm just saying it for, you know, shock value. Yo, let's just store this shit right here in the room. You know what I'm saying? Store up some water. Store up some canned food. Store up some, you know what I'm saying, some rafts. You know what I'm saying? Store up some life straws. You know what I mean? Like, get all this shit while we could get it. Because 2024, like, I'm looking at the cards on it. I deal with cardology and shit, too. That's the study of cards. You know what I'm saying? And it predicts certain shit. 2024, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. You know what I'm saying? 2023, 2 plus 3 is 7. So we in the God year right now. You know what I'm saying? We in the God year right now. And what we need to be doing this year is realizing higher consciousness and realizing everything that's going on. You see the shit that's going on in Ohio with the trains. It was a train that crashed and basically spilled mad chemicals and shit all in the water. You know what I'm saying? So that happened in Ohio. Then it happened in Houston. Then it happened in another part of the United States, right? So many farms have been burnt down all over the United States. Caught on fire, right? Just out of nowhere, right? The Netherlands, which is one of the biggest producers of our food, their largest farm shut down. You know what I'm saying? They give us a lot of our food. Motherfuckers in the Netherlands. They probably ship it to China, then China ship it to us. But a lot of our food come from the Netherlands. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, even with the chickens and the eggs and all of that shit, they telling you, they going to tell you this because they know you're going to believe it. Yo, the reason that eggs is high right now is because chickens got this virus. So the price of the eggs got to get higher. No, what happened was, and you could look this up, like real farmers talking about it. What happened was the chickens started eating the feed that the government gave them. So basically, chickens was eating like natural, like grass, and not grass, but like natural, whatever the fuck chickens eat, like naturally. And a chicken lays an egg 1 to 2 times per day. There's farmers on YouTube saying once I gave them the feed that the government told me to feed them with, because we didn't have any money. It's the fucking pandemic. We don't got money for the feed, so we gotta give them the feed that the government gives. You know what I'm saying? Once I gave my chickens that, my chickens didn't lay an egg for a whole winter. That's why the price of the fucking eggs is up. It ain't because of no fucking disease. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna tell niggas that because we've been hearing disease so much for the past couple of years. We like, shit, oh, that's believable. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's because of what the government is allowing the chickens to get fed. So them chickens and them eggs in the grocery store, anybody looking at this shit, do not eat that shit. Do not eat that shit because it's something not right about what they're feeding those chickens. I think that along with the vaccine, along with that feed, they're trying to make people infertile. You know what I'm saying? Because Bill Gates and all these people, they don't want people to keep producing children, bro. Like, they don't want this shit. That's why they made polygamy illegal. Like, they do not want people to keep producing children. Like, they want us to stop make less children. You know what I'm saying? They need less people to, because this they're thinking. They need less people on the earth for the earth to get back to how it was before climate change and all of this shit. So the less people that's on the earth, the less people that are damaging and, you know, not contributing to the earth. So we need to get rid of less, you know what I'm saying, people. If you look at on around December 23rd, right? Rochester had that snowstorm and it was like, you know, like snowing and cold and shit outside. You know, everywhere damn near in the United States it was like that.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying? It was everywhere like that. But bet. So, just to like segue back into what I was saying, if you look at December 23rd, when, you know, like around that time when, like, really December 24th, like when it was snowing everywhere, it was a company called Make Sunsets that had sprayed aerosol into the atmosphere, and I believe that was the reason why it was like that all across the United States. Biden just gave them money back in October to experiment with sun dimming experiments. So basically they want to dim out the sun and make the sun, you know, basically want to darken the sun. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like it's not reflecting on Earth, or like the light is getting less. They want to do that in order for them to survive, because they know. And it's not like racism. This not like nothing. This is what they're actually doing. This is what they're vocal about. Like, this is not me making this up. This is not saying like, yo, white people are trying to survive by blocking out the sun. This is not me just like thinking this shit. No, like, this is actually, like, this is on the news, damn, CNBC. Like, you can look this shit up on news articles. Like, they're literally trying to block out the sun because the more the sun comes close to the earth, the hotter it gets and the more it burns them up. When we interact with the sun, it just make us, we love the sun, you know what I'm saying? But they don't love the sun, you know what I'm saying? They're anti-solar people, you know what I'm saying? So they got to do shit in order to block the sun out and all of that shit in order to have them survive genetically, you know what I'm saying? So, the best thing that we got to do is, like I said, we just got to stock up, you know what I'm saying? Water, canned food, nuts, seeds, frozen food, life straws, like anything survival. We got to get hot survival books. Like, we got to get all this shit because it's like, you know, weapons, guns, knives, bow and arrows, like whatever. We got to stock up on all this shit because, like, it's going to come a time where we're going to need all of that shit or we going to perish. Like, it's like either or. You know what I'm saying? So, but just to segue back into the financial literacy, we got to get into the crypto and, you know, start dealing with that because everything is going to go digital. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is there any other digital shit besides crypto that's valid that you feel like?
Cryptocurrency, the metaverse, anything dealing with technology, you know, the advancement of technology, cybersecurity, shit like that.
It was the billionaire Bitcoin people that was just coming up dead and shit like.
You talking about the crypto billionaires. So what happened was 4 crypto billionaires died in 2 weeks, and I didn't understand why. But as I get more into decentralized finance, I understand why. And just to give a clarification, you got centralized finance and you got decentralized finance. Centralized finance is the bank, anything to where like you sign up for something and you got to put your social security number in, your name, you got to show them your ID. That's centralized because the government has control over it. The apps that I'm on, DeFi, you don't need a name, you don't need an email address, you don't need a phone number. All you need is the money in the crypto wallet. That's all you need. So what happened is I found this app where you can get a loan by having the money to take the loan out. So what I mean by that is, if you have $1 million, they'll give you $800,000. You know what I'm saying? And you can discharge the debt, meaning you don't have to pay it back, if the crypto market goes down, right? So these crypto billionaires found out like, oh shit, I can do all this without a bank. I don't got to go to the bank for a loan anymore. Do you know what that can do to the system? Like, hell no, they don't want information, people knowing that. But I know it. But I'm a small guy, so I can't impact change on that scale. So they don't care if I tell it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care. But if I get big and I tell that, no, you got to go. Like, hell no. Like, we don't want nobody knowing that. If you look up DeFi Llama right now, it's a website, DeFiLlama.com, you'll see how much money is in DeFi right now. And it's around $50 billion. So that means $50 billion of people's money are not controlled by banks. And that's just $50 billion. That's $50 billion. So imagine when more people start to know about it. That's why the government is trying to crack down on cryptocurrency right now, because they know that the more people know about cryptocurrency, the more they'll get into decentralized finance, and they won't need the banks no more, and they won't need the government no more. Because there's 3 forms of money. Paper money is the government's money. Gold and silver is God's money. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the people's money. You got to figure out which money you want. You know what I'm saying? The lowest form of money, though, is the government money, which a lot of our people got, and a lot of our people want, and a lot of our people don't know is like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, but we really got to get to God's money, which is gold and silver, and we got to get to the people's money, which is cryptocurrency. And that's what I do. I'm here to help, assist people with that, getting, getting people's money and getting God's money. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a fact.
Yeah, we about to wrap this up, though. I appreciate you, bro, for coming on the show. For my first time meeting you, bro,
Word.
This was a dope-ass conversation, my nigga.
Swear to God.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe. I was supposed to say that shit at the beginning, but y'all gotta tap in. Episode 23.
Word.
Shout out to my guy, Negus.
Word, you already know.
I said it right?
Yep, hell yeah. Episode 23 for 2023. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. What a message, though.
Word, for real. For real.
Yeah.